Hello students, in my last video we have learned different types of enthalpies of reaction. Today I am going to discuss about enthalpy of phase transition and enthalpy of atomization. Okay, first let us study about enthalpy of phase transition. Yes, different types of phase transition. The conversion of a substance from solid state to liquid state. Okay, this is called fusion. Then conversion of a substance from liquid state to gaseous state. This is called vaporization. Yes. Then the conversion of a substance from solid state to directly gaseous state. Yes, this is called sublimation. Okay. Then all this phase transition takes place at a particular temperature. Okay. Then what is meant by enthalpy of phase transition? It is the enthalpy change takes place when 1 mole of a substance is changed from one state to another state at a particular temperature. Okay, the first type of enthalpy of phase transition is enthalpy of fusion. Its symbol is delta H naught FUS. Okay, yes, it is the enthalpy change, the heat change when 1 mole of a solid changes to a liquid state at its melting point. For example, the solid form of water, that is ice. When 1 mole of ice means 18 gram ice. 1 mole of ice means 18 gram ice. Okay. Yes. Absorbs 6 kilojoule per mole heat energy and it is converted to liquid state. Okay, then the 6 kilojoule per mole represents the enthalpy of fusion of ice. So 1 mole ice liquid state like 6 kilojoule heat absorb. Yes, 6 kilojoule of heat energy is absorbed during the phase transition of 1 mole of ice, that is 18 gram ice. Yes, this value represents enthalpy of fusion of ice. Next type enthalpy of phase transition is enthalpy of vaporization. Its symbol is delta H naught. Yes, VAP. Yes, it is the enthalpy change when 1 mole of a liquid changes to the vapor state at its boiling point. For example, when 1 mole of liquid water changes to a gaseous state, okay, 40 kilojoule of heat is absorbed at its boiling point, means at 373 Kelvin. Okay, then yes, this 40 kilojoule represents enthalpy of vaporization of liquid water. And the next type enthalpy of phase transition is enthalpy of sublimation. Its symbol is delta H naught SUB. Yes, then enthalpy of sublimation is the enthalpy change when 1 mole of a solid is directly converted to gaseous state below its melting point. Okay, for example, when 1 mole of iodine, solid iodine, changes to gaseous state, okay, 62.4 kilojoule of heat is absorbed. This 62.4 kilojoule represents enthalpy of sublimation of iodine. Yes. The next topic is enthalpy of atomization. Its symbol is delta H naught A. Okay, what is meant by enthalpy of atomization? It is enthalpy change when 1 mole of a gaseous substance completely breaks into atoms in the gaseous state. 1 mole gaseous substance പൂർണ്ണമായിട്ടും ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്ത് gaseous സ്റ്റേറ്റിലുള്ള ആറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാകുമ്പോൾ അവിടെ ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന enthalpy ചേഞ്ച് ആണ് enthalpy of atomization. Okay, for example, H2, 1 mole of H2. ഇതിൽ നമുക്കറിയാം HH ബോണ്ടാണുള്ളത്. ഈ ബോണ്ട് ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്ത് 2 ഹൈഡ്രജൻ ആറ്റം ഉണ്ടാവുമ്പോൾ yes, 435 kilojoule of heat ഹീറ്റിനെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അബ്സോർബ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് എൻതാൽപ്പി ഓഫ് അറ്റോമൈസേഷൻ ഈസ് 435 kilojoule per mole. Okay, then the next example is, yes, when 1 mole of methane completely breaks to form carbon atom in the gaseous state and for hydrogen atom in the gaseous state, yes, 1665 kilojoule of heat is absorbed. Yes, this value indicates the enthalpy of atomization of methane. Okay students, in my next video we will discuss the next very important topic from this chapter, that is bond enthalpy. Okay, goodbye, study well.